is an extraordinary outpouring of affection as all across America fans celebrate the 50th birthday of the Wizard of Oz. From California to Kansas, from New York to Florida, a timeless movie continues to enchant generation after generation. On a drizzly Sunday morning in August, Midtown Manhattan comes to a halt as the most spectacular Oz event of the year takes place. This happening will find its way into the Guinness Book of World Records, with nearly 5,000 excited participants tap dancing down 34th Street. After weeks of rehearsal, the youngsters give it their all, knowing they'll be seen on TV, even if it's just for a fleeting moment. We've all heard about the several pairs of ruby slippers worn by Judy Garland and how much they've been auctioned for. Anywhere from $15,000 to $165,000. Well, you can forget about those. These ruby slippers, created by the house of Harry Winston for the Oz anniversary, are valued at $3 million because they are made of real rubies. How the Wizard of Oz became a national heritage is a really fascinating story. It all began in 1900 when L. Frank Baum published his classic children's book, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Nearly 40 years later, the man indirectly responsible for bringing Oz to the screen was none other than Walt Disney. His Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is not only 1938's biggest hit, it is the most successful movie ever made to that date. This fact does not go unnoticed by other movie moguls, especially Louis B. Mayer, the highest paid executive in America. He reigns supreme at Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, a studio that boasts it has more stars than there are in the heavens. When it's suggested that MGM acquire the rights to The Wizard of Oz, Mayer is interested, but he has a problem. His brilliant head of production, Irving Thalberg, has passed away over a year ago. Mayer has been desperately searching for a successor and finally finds him. Mervyn Leroy, a bright 38-year-old producer-director, seems the perfect choice. Leroy accepts, and coincidentally, one of the first projects he proposes is Oz.
Well, I always wanted to make The Wizard of Oz since I was a little boy. Mr. Mayer called me and then said, look, why don't you just produce this picture? You're so crazy about it. And I said, but LB, I want to direct this picture too. He said, well, I think it's too big for you to do both. But I produced it and I'm very proud of it.
To produce a motion picture this complex, Leroy definitely needs help. He takes on songwriter Arthur Freed as an uncredited associate. Years later, as a producer, Freed's name would become synonymous with the golden years of the MGM musicals. But at this moment, his biggest job is to help Leroy cast the picture.